First, I just want to say congratulations to both of you. Both of your performances really touched me because it reminded me of the relationship I have with my own father, and as I'm approaching fatherhood, soon, is that how the importance of not only in terms of the perspective of children viewing their father figure, viewing their parents, because also shout out to Mary J. Blige as well. It's just the fact that both these parents' influence definitely heavily impacted this child as he developed and grown up. And I just want to talk about for both of you in terms of the chemistry you guys built, in terms of how you both guys conveyed that level of performance for both of you. Not only to seem like, hey, the relatability factor of this son wanting to do everything he can to save his father, but also being aware of the systematic things until eventually when he grows up mature, he realizing the reality of this burden he feel like he has to carry himself.
I think that I was like this relationship, that central relationship, that kind of father and son relationship was such an integral part of this movie, and I think about the themes of this film, about what our responsibilities are, like what is a father's responsibility to their son, what's a son's responsibility to his father, and who decides, like these are things that we're all. I mean, this is what I always felt about this film, is that these are very extreme examples in many ways of things that people all over the world in all sorts of different circumstances face. There's something very universal about trying to negotiate the binds that tie. And that's what they're doing. It's hard to know where that line is. I know that I feel that Skeet puts an undue pressure on Rob, but Rob then feels that he can sort of live up to that he wants to take that on for a lot of the story. So, how do you negotiate these kinds of things? And that's the complex negotiation, I think, of all of the interpersonal dynamics that we live with. And that's why I was, excited to tell this story and to go on this journey with Jay was incredible, to have a scene partner like Jay and to have a person on set like Jay was, just an amazing thing, and just lifted up every moment of this story. So,
Sure did, man. Yeah, it was a while. I had a good time. The scenes that we had together for me were the most it came from that place, that real place, that it wasn't tough for me to, I guess, channel my own imagination and my own past experience. This relationship of father and son, in this community just like spoke to me on so many different levels. For instance, the desire to keep the household together. I saw this as one little black boy got to step up and be the man of the house a little too soon, and now he has to take on man responsibilities, and now he's in situations where the average person don't really go through most in their life, if that, so it's again carrying that burden, carrying that burden. Is it necessary? I did feel like it was necessary for Rob, for what he wanted and his overall arcing need in life, to keep his household together, to bring his family back, to get his dad back in the house, a harmonious home. Seeing the struggles of the mom, I think reflected again this dissonance of a cipher between son, mom, dad, and rest of the family. And again, it goes back to the separation of the household back in the day, the plots back then. Again, we go back separating the black father from the household. The most weaponizing tactic done on the black community so subtly, and this is just, I think the film exemplifies what happens in between point A to point B, how we get to these major keystones that ultimately change one's life.
Yeah. And I just want to say thank you guys for giving us a story to tell. And Jay, I'm looking forward to your amazing future in this industry. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, man.
Was I prepared to risk everything? I'm Robert Deshawn. Peace.